Welcome to our deep dive into a topic that deserves far more attention than it often gets: prostate health. When we talk about staying healthy, the spotlight usually shines on heart health, weight management, or preventing diabetes. But there's a small, walnut-sized gland tucked just below the bladder that plays a massive role in a man's well-being: the prostate. This unassuming gland is a powerhouse for urinary and reproductive health, and neglecting it can lead to discomfort, inflammation, or even serious conditions like prostate cancer. As a physician, I've seen how everyday choices, what you put on your plate, how you manage stress, and whether you prioritize checkups can make or break your prostate health. The foods you eat, in particular, can either be your prostate's best friend or its worst enemy. Some foods quietly fuel inflammation or hormonal imbalances, setting the stage for problems like benign prostatic hyperplasia, urinary issues, or worse. Others act like superheroes, packed with nutrients that protect and nourish this vital gland. In this video, we're going to break it all down for you. We'll walk through the 5 foods you should steer clear of to keep your prostate in top shape, and then we'll highlight 5 foods you should embrace to support long-term health. Whether you're dealing with urinary symptoms, have a family history of prostate issues, or just want to get ahead of the game, this guide is for you. By the end, you'll have practical, actionable steps to make smarter choices for your prostate and your future. Let's get started. Why prostate health matters. Before we dive into the specifics of diet, let's talk about why the prostate deserves your attention. The prostate is a small gland about the size of a walnut, located just below the bladder and surrounding the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body. It's a key player in the male reproductive system, producing seminal fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. But its role doesn't stop there. The prostate also helps regulate urine flow, making it essential for urinary health. When the prostate is healthy, you probably don't even notice it. But when things go wrong, it can disrupt your life in big ways. Conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, can cause symptoms like frequent urination, especially at night, a weak urine stream, or the feeling that your bladder never fully empties. Prostatitis, an inflammation of the prostate, can lead to pelvic pain or discomfort. And then there's prostate cancer, one of the most common cancers among men, which can be life-threatening if not caught early. What's alarming is how common these issues are. By age 50, about half of men will experience some form of prostate enlargement. By age 80, that number climbs to nearly 80%. Prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in men worldwide, with over 1.4 million cases diagnosed each year. These stats aren't meant to scare you. They're a wake-up call. The good news? Many prostate problems are influenced by lifestyle factors, especially diet. That means you have the power to make a difference. As a doctor, I've seen patients transform their health by making simple changes to what they eat. The foods you choose can either fuel inflammation, disrupt hormones, or increase your risk of disease, or they can protect your prostate, reduce symptoms, and lower your risk. In the next sections, we'll explore exactly which foods to avoid and which to embrace to keep your prostate in peak condition. Let's start with the ones to ditch, the 5 worst foods for prostate health. Let's kick things off with the foods that could be silently harming your prostate. These are the ones you'll want to limit or avoid to reduce your risk of inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and serious prostate conditions. Here are the 5 worst offenders and why they're bad news for your prostate. 1. Processed meats. Picture this: a sizzling plate of bacon, a quick deli sandwich, or a juicy sausage at a barbecue. Processed meats like bacon, ham, sausages, mortadella, and deli slices are convenient and tasty, but they come with a hidden cost to your prostate. These foods are loaded with chemical preservatives like nitrites and nitrates, which give them their signature flavor and long shelf life. The problem? Once inside your body, these chemicals can transform into compounds called nitrosamines, which are known carcinogens. Studies have linked high consumption of processed meats to an increased risk of cancers, including prostate cancer. That's not all. Processed meats are often packed with sodium, which can cause water retention and elevate blood pressure. High blood pressure puts extra strain on your urinary system, including the prostate, which can lead to infections or worsen existing urinary symptoms. Imagine waking up multiple times at night to use the bathroom. That's the kind of disruption we're talking about. On top of that, processed meats are high in trans and saturated fats. These unhealthy fats can raise your bad cholesterol levels and fuel chronic inflammation, a key driver of prostate issues like BPH and even cancer. Some research also suggests that diets heavy in processed meats can disrupt hormonal balance, which can further compromise prostate health. Healthier swap. Instead of reaching for processed meats, go for fresh, lean cuts of meat like chicken breast, turkey, or grass-fed beef. Love burgers? Make your own at home using quality ground meat and natural seasonings. Eggs and fish are also great protein options that don't come with the harmful additives. These choices keep your prostate and your whole body happier. Number 2, excessive dairy consumption. Dairy products like milk, cheese, and yogurt are often praised for their calcium and bone-strengthening benefits. But when it comes to your prostate, too much dairy can do more harm than good. One reason is a hormone called IGF-1, or insulin-like growth factor 1, found in dairy. Elevated levels of IGF-1 have been linked to a higher risk of prostate cancer in multiple studies. This hormone can promote abnormal cell growth, which is the last thing your prostate needs. Cow's milk also contains natural female hormones like estrogen and progesterone. In small amounts, these may not cause issues, but excessive dairy consumption can throw your body's hormonal balance out of whack. This imbalance can fuel inflammation or encourage abnormal cell growth in the prostate, increasing your risk of problems. Then there's casein, the primary protein in milk. For some men, casein can trigger inflammation, leading to symptoms like bladder pressure, difficulty urinating, or frequent nighttime bathroom trips. These are classic signs of prostate issues that can disrupt your sleep and quality of life. Healthier swap. You don't have to ditch dairy entirely, but moderation is key. Try plant-based alternatives like almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk, which are often fortified with calcium and vitamin D. Non-dairy yogurts or less processed cheeses like cottage cheese or ricotta can also be good options. Small changes like these can make a big difference over time. 3. Foods high in saturated fats. Fried foods, fast food burgers, and fatty cuts of meat are staples in many diets, but they're bad news for your prostate. These foods are loaded with saturated fats, which promote chronic inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is like a slow-burning fire that makes your prostate more vulnerable to conditions like BPH and prostate cancer. Saturated fats also contribute to plaque buildup in your arteries, which reduces blood flow. When blood flow is restricted, your prostate cells don't get the oxygen and nutrients they need to function properly. This creates an environment where dysfunction and disease can thrive. Plus, diets high in saturated fats can increase free testosterone levels, which in a hormonally imbalanced body may fuel abnormal prostate cell growth. Healthier swap. Cut back on fast food, fried chicken, and fatty cuts of beef or pork. Instead, load up on healthy fats from sources like avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil, and omega-3 rich fish like salmon or sardines. These fats support hormonal balance and help keep inflammation in check. 4. Excessive alcohol consumption. A cold beer during the game or a glass of wine with dinner can be enjoyable, but too much alcohol is a direct threat to your prostate. Alcohol disrupts your body's hormonal balance by increasing estrogen levels and lowering testosterone, which can worsen prostate issues like BPH or prostatitis. Alcohol also irritates the urinary system, leading to symptoms like frequent nighttime urination, difficulty starting urination, or the feeling that your bladder never fully empties. As a diuretic, alcohol can cause dehydration, which leads to concentrated urine. This concentrated urine can irritate both your bladder and prostate, potentially triggering chronic inflammation over time. Healthier swap. You don't have to give up alcohol completely, but moderation is crucial. At social events, alternate between alcoholic drinks and water or other non-alcoholic beverages. This simple habit keeps you hydrated and reduces the strain on your prostate. 5. Refined sugar and simple carbohydrates. Refined sugars and simple carbs like white bread, sodas, pastries, chocolate bars, and donuts are everywhere, but they're no friend to your prostate. These foods cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, which trigger insulin surges and systemic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a major risk factor for prostate issues, from BPH to cancer. Excess sugar also contributes to weight gain, especially around the abdomen. This extra weight can disrupt hormone levels by increasing estrogen and suppressing testosterone, leading to problems like increased urination or pelvic discomfort. Over time, the cycle of sugar highs and crashes can also promote insulin resistance, a condition linked to accelerated prostate cell growth and a higher risk of cancer. Healthier swap. Swap out refined sugars and simple carbs for complex carbohydrates like brown rice, quinoa, oats, or 100% whole wheat bread. For a sweet fix, reach for low glycemic fruits like berries, apples, pears. These provide natural sweetness along with vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber to combat inflammation. The 5 best foods for prostate health. Now that we've covered the foods to avoid, let's focus on the foods that can actively support your prostate. These nutrient palptions are like superheroes for your health, helping to reduce inflammation, balance hormones, and lower your risk of prostate problems. Here are the 5 best foods to include in your diet. 1. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are a prostate's best friend, and it's all thanks to a powerful antioxidant called lycopene. Lycopene fights oxidative stress, slows cellular aging, and reduces the risk of abnormal cell growth, including prostate cancer and BPH. Studies have shown that men who consume more lycopene have a lower risk of prostate issues. Here's a fun fact. Lycopene is more bioavailable when tomatoes are cooked. That means you'll get even more benefits from roasted tomatoes, tomato soup, or homemade tomato sauce than from raw tomatoes. Tomatoes are also rich in vitamin C and potassium, which help reduce inflammation, regulate blood pressure, and support the muscles involved in bladder control. How to enjoy? Add cooked tomatoes to stews, pasta sauces, or vegetable juices. Try roasting cherry tomatoes with olive oil and herbs for a delicious side dish. Aim to include tomatoes in your meals several times a week for maximum benefit. 2. Broccoli and cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, cauliflower, and cabbage are packed with a compound called sulforaphane, known for its anti-inflammatory and cancer-fighting properties. Sulforaphane supports your liver's detoxification process, helping to eliminate harmful substances that could trigger chronic inflammation or cellular changes in the prostate. These veggies also help balance hormones by reducing excess estrogen, which can contribute to prostate enlargement. Plus, their high fiber content promotes healthy digestion and prevents constipation, which can reduce pelvic discomfort and pressure on the prostate. How to enjoy? If plain steamed broccoli isn't your thing, try stir-frying it with garlic and olive oil, or roasting cauliflower with spices like turmeric or cumin. These veggies are versatile and can be a tasty addition to any meal. 3. Pumpkin seeds. Don't sleep on pumpkin seeds. They're tiny but mighty when it comes to prostate health. These seeds are loaded with zinc, a mineral that's essential for hormonal regulation and prostate maintenance. Low zinc levels have been linked to a higher risk of BPH, which can cause symptoms like frequent urination or difficulty emptying the bladder. Pumpkin seeds also contain phytosterols, which help reduce the conversion of testosterone to dihydrotestosterone, or DHT, a hormone associated with prostate enlargement. Their healthy fats, including omega-3s, promote better circulation and keep inflammation at bay. How to enjoy? Sprinkle pumpkin seeds on salads, mix them into oatmeal, or blend them into smoothies. They also make a great snack on their own. Just go for unsalted or lightly salted versions to keep sodium levels in check. 4. Green tea. Green tea is a simple yet powerful addition to your prostate health routine. It's rich in catechins, a type of antioxidant that fights free radicals, reduces inflammation, and may slow the growth of abnormal prostate cells. Catechins also help manage BPH by reducing the conversion of testosterone to DHT. As a natural diuretic, green tea promotes healthy fluid balance, which can reduce nighttime bathroom visits and ease bladder discomfort. For the best results, choose high-quality, minimally processed green tea and avoid sugary bottled versions, which can negate the benefits. How to enjoy? Brew your own green tea using fresh leaves or tea bags. If caffeine is a concern, opt for decaffeinated green tea. Most of the health benefits are still there. Aim for 1 to 2 cups a day to support your prostate. 5. Omega-3 rich fish. Fish like salmon, sardines, trout, and tuna are superfoods for your prostate. Omega-3 fatty acids are potent anti-inflammatories that help prevent chronic inflammation, a key factor in many prostate diseases. They also improve blood circulation, ensuring your prostate gets the oxygen and nutrients it needs to stay healthy. Regular consumption of omega-3 rich fish has been linked to a lower risk of prostate cancer, thanks to their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Omega-3s also help control DHT levels, reducing the risk of BPH and related symptoms like frequent urination. How to enjoy? Aim to include omega-3 rich fish in your meals 2 to 3 times a week. Try grilling salmon with lemon and herbs or adding sardines to a salad. If fish isn't always an option, talk to your doctor about fish oil supplements as a backup. Practical tips for a prostate-friendly diet. Making dietary changes doesn't have to be overwhelming. The key is to start small and build habits that stick. Here are some practical tips to help you adopt a prostate-friendly diet and make lasting improvements to your health. Make gradual changes. Overhauling your diet overnight can feel daunting, so to take it one step at a time. Start by swapping out one processed meat meal per week for a fresh, lean protein like chicken or fish. Replace your usual sugary snack with a handful of pumpkin seeds or a piece of fruit. Gradually add more cruciferous vegetables or omega-3 rich fish to your meals. Small, consistent changes add up to big results. Read labels and be mindful. Processed foods often hide ingredients that can harm your prostate. Get into the habit of reading nutrition labels, paying attention to sodium, sugar, and fat content. Look for whole, minimally processed foods whenever possible. For example, choose plain oats over sugary cereals or fresh tomatoes over canned sauces with added sugar. Stay hydrated. Proper hydration is critical for urinary and prostate health. Aim to drink plenty of water throughout the day to keep your urine diluted and reduce irritation to your bladder and prostate. Limit sugary drinks and alcohol, and opt for unsweetened beverages like green tea or herbal infusions. Balance your plate. A balanced plate is a prostate-friendly plate. At each meal, aim to fill half your plate with vegetables, especially cruciferous ones like broccoli or kale. Reserve a quarter for lean protein or omega-3 rich fish, and the other quarter for whole grains or complex carbohydrates like quinoa or brown rice. This balance ensures you're getting the nutrients your prostate needs without overloading on harmful ingredients. Listen to your body. Your body often sends signals when something's off. If you notice symptoms like frequent urination, pelvic discomfort, or changes in urine flow, don't brush them off. These could be early signs of prostate issues. Schedule a visit with your healthcare provider to discuss your symptoms and get personalized advice. Diet is a huge piece of the prostate health puzzle, but it's not the only one. To truly protect your prostate, you need to look at the bigger picture, your lifestyle. Here are a few key habits to complement your prostate-friendly diet. Exercise regularly. Physical activity is a game changer for prostate health. Regular exercise helps regulate hormones, reduce inflammation, and maintain a healthy weight, all of which support your prostate. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week, like brisk walking, swimming, or cycling. Even a daily 30-minute walk can make a difference. Manage stress. Chronic stress can disrupt your hormonal balance and fuel inflammation, both of which can harm your prostate. Incorporate stress-reducing practices like meditation, deep breathing, or yoga into your routine. Even 10 minutes a day can help you stay calm and keep your prostate healthier. Get regular screenings. Early detection is critical for prostate health. If you're over 50, have a family history of prostate issues, or notice symptoms like frequent urination, talk to your doctor about screenings like a PSA test or digital rectal exam. Catching issues early can make all the difference. Your prostate may be small, but its impact on your health is huge. The foods you eat every day have a profound effect on this vital gland. By steering clear of processed meats, excessive dairy, saturated fats, alcohol, and refined sugars, you can reduce inflammation, balance hormones, and lower your risk of prostate problems. At the same time, embracing foods like tomatoes, cruciferous vegetables, pumpkin seeds, green tea, and omega-3 rich fish gives your prostate the nutrients it needs to thrive. The best part? You don't need to make drastic changes overnight. Start small, swap out a soda for green tea, add some broccoli to your dinner, or snack on pumpkin seeds instead of chips. These choices add up, and over time, they can lead to significant improvements in your health and quality of life. Your prostate is counting on you, and the steps you take today can pave the way for a healthier, more comfortable tomorrow. So, take charge, make informed choices, listen to your body, and prioritise regular checkups. Your future self will thank you for it. Thanks for watching, and here's to a healthier you.